Haunted his victories, and the cry throughout the country was again aimed at Jim Jeffries as the ultimate white hope. Finally, Jeffries succumbed. He agreed to come out of retirement and fight for the honor of the white race. A little more than 5 years after he had retired, Jeffries, wearing a gray suit and white cap, steps into the ring. In Jeffries' corner, urging him on, is former champion James J. Corbett, a boxing legend. Said Gentleman Jim before the fight, "The black boy has a yellow streak, and Jeffries will bring it out of him when he gets him in the ring." Once the fight starts, Corbett, in the safety of his corner, screams insults at Johnson. With every insult, Johnson retaliates on the face and body of Jeffries. Between punches, Johnson would continue his verbal challenge to the hysterical Corbett.
Johnson spent half his time saying, "Come on in, Mr. Jim, you want the same thing. You want some of this? Come on in, Mr. Jim. You're next." He really didn't care. He could have beaten everybody in the crowd that afternoon.
The bout is scheduled for 45 rounds, but it is evident by the 12th round that Jeffries is not the fighter of old. The 5-year retirement and having to lose close to 100 pounds are coming back to haunt him. Finally, in the 15th round, Johnson decides to end it. He sends the exhausted Jeffries sprawling to the canvas, taunting him to get up. Johnson puts him down again. These are the first knockdowns Jeffries has suffered during his career. Jeffries is helpless. His cornermen illegally assist him to his feet. Jeffries is finished. Rather than see their fallen idol counted out, Jim Corbett tells the referee Tex Rickard to stop the fight. Egged on by the press, Johnson's victory caused race riots throughout the country.
It was not so distant from slave times and Reconstruction. There were riots in every major city that one could think of the minute the news of Jack Johnson's victory was announced.
Revenge was the order of the day. If there were no white hopes available to crush Johnson, the American legal system became a convenient alternative. Johnson was convicted of transporting a woman across state lines for immoral purposes. Faced with spending time in prison, he fled the country.
Jack Johnson was one of the most culturally sophisticated figures in the history of boxing. Knew about music and theater and had a taste for fine wines and spoke French and Spanish and read widely. He was very sophisticated.